Hey, it's the Attractionist. Hi. So, it's like I finally washed my hair. That was a spiritual cleansing. I am here with March 2024 wrap up. So, basically, if you're new, I wrap up the entire month of what happens, different things I was reading, different things I was doing, tarot decks that I bought, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah. So, the month of March was kind of hard still because the 1st of March we buried my grandmother, so we had her like actual funeral. And so, leading up to that time, I wasn't really active because she passed away the week of Valentine's Day. So, after like 2 weeks, we like buried her, had a funeral. So, March wasn't really eventful in terms of my like spiritual practice. Like, I got decks and things like that, but I wasn't like so active, particularly in the first like half of the month. Like I just still wasn't feeling it, so I was just kind of doing like the bare minimum, like going to class, doing my job at the massage place that I work, and that was kind of it. And like zoning out and like trying to process that entire thing. So March kind of was like not an easy month emotionally for me to kind of like deal with. So hence why it was like pretty bare. Like, the things that I wanted to do, like obviously I just pushed it back because like someone had like passed. So like I wasn't gonna like go full force with stuff. So I took, I feel like, more time to process things, and now in April I'm starting to move forward, right? Like I still have my days. Like today is one of those days that it's like, not feeling it. Like some things happened today, and I was just like, I'm more invested in it turning out well because it's related to like my grandmother's death. So emotionally, it's like I'm still kind of like this, but it's more like acceptance and being able to move on, right? So accepting that situation and really in the process of like processing, particularly as we clean out the house, we clean out some of the stuff, like we choosing what we're gonna keep and what we're gonna get rid of, like you know that stuff is like very the things that I want are very important to me, and so I've been kind of emotional about that, like seeing all this stuff leave, and trying to process what it means for someone's life. You have to clear everything out, right? Like you have to pretty much throw away and declutter and chuck and evaluate whether or not this is needed or useful or helpful post um, that person, right? So that's something I've been thinking about a lot. So that's kind of my personal. I'm still in school. I started crawling my ass back up in April, but March I was really like behind on a lot of stuff. I'm still very behind on a lot of assignments. So personally, it just has still been kind of like hard. So that's personal. Spiritual or anything like that, I haven't taken any like classes. I haven't read any books. I haven't done anything. Again, it just was a personal month, so I wasn't going to do anything. Some of the things that I bought in March or around it, or received in March, I'll show you. So some of these things, like there's decks and then there's like something else. So I guess I'll just do the something else and then the decks, and then we'll finish up by talking about April, kind of what I got into. So make your own tarot deck. This kit that I got from Barnes and Noble. You basically have these little punch out cards and you can draw on them and stuff like that, and they give you like the little marker and whatever to like draw it. And so the idea is that you have like a little bit of a prompt on there, I guess, and then you like draw the rest for each of the cards. And so you kind of come up with your own iconography, symbology, color palette, things like that to make it. I haven't used it yet because I went forward with making cards, and I showed that on another video. It's the tarot ideation video that I did. I was fiddling with like watercolors and watercolor. Well, it's really India ink on watercolor canvas, on paper, blah, blah, blah. And so I was kind of figuring out the ideation for that. So I haven't yet gone through this to use, but hopefully I do it soon just in case there's something that I want to explore with it. And so I'm kind of debating of whether or not to do a tarot deck or an oracle deck, because I don't really think I'm going to do both at the same time. So there is that. So make your own tarot deck. If you want to see the ideas that I came up with, the tarot ideation is like maybe like 5 or 6 videos back. I always say I'm going to post stuff to link it or put it here or here. You know how you would be like, it's right here, and then like the box shows up, the little link comes down or whatever. And it's just like I never do that. So yeah. Next is tarot decks, and so I think all of these were for March. I tried to look at the calendar when I release stuff to see. So yeah, the Sea Soul Journeys Oracles. This is a deck that I purchased. So essentially, it has different sections, and yeah, like different sections, different backs, different colors at the bottom. Stuff like that. So I'm interested in getting to use it. I started back reading, I think I did it early in April though, but I started back reading the different planetary readings. So check out those by the end of April. Hopefully I'll have put everything up there. So I read by planet. It's 10 planets, so have at it. Next is the Crow Tarot. This is at Barnes & Noble. This one's at like Home Sense, Home Goods, Home Sense, like that kind of company. So I got this one, and when I got it, it was like, you're ready to talk to birds. So I guess like oracles, with birds is something I need to like look into. So maybe that's something I should be like interested in showcasing, right? So yeah, it's these. And yeah, so I decided to get it. I have Crow Magic Tarot, which is a different vibe because it was made in like, I think it was made in like the 80s or something like that, and it definitely it looks like the time period it was created. I think it was an 80s deck, 80s maybe 90s deck. I don't think it's any earlier than that. So there's that. Then I have the Writer's Oracle deck and guidebook, 50 cards to inspire your writing. And so this is not a tarot deck, but it's supposed to help you with inspiration. And so it's separated into a more tarot-esque deck, and then like the actual like writing kind of thing. So it's kind of like you get a visual kind of cue to jump off of for your writing, and then you get like more like written prompt kind of information to go. So I guess it depends on which one. So yeah, so these are, they look like. So, and then this is that one, other side. Right, so these are like the prompts and stuff. So yeah, got that one. Yeah, slide this in here. And then like the big purchase of the month, it really wasn't of the month technically because I ordered it beforehand and it got to me basically back then, is the Major Arcana Leonora Carrington by Folger Press. So it's a majors only deck. It's Leonora Carrington. She was big on like surrealism, I think surrealism and stuff like that, but she basically left a collection of art and her estate authorized them making a deck. So I got the deck. So the card that got me into it was the Fool card because it looks like an etching. So yeah. So it's all her artwork. And yeah, it's majors only. So, you know, if you want a full kind of collection, you're not going to get that. I'm always like not disappointed, but like I'm always like questioning why this card stands out of all of the other cards. If you were to see all the other cards together, ooh, this is a nerdy one. Out of all the other cards, it like really stands out like a lot in terms of like color palette and theme and shit like that. Like so yeah, this was the major like purchase. It was actually pretty affordable. It was like $30-ish or something like that. I know that's like people like this for a major arcana only, but I'm like, it's the artist, it's their estate. This is an internationally like acclaimed artist, you know. So I kind of get it, but like even with like the shipping and stuff like that, I don't think it was that expensive. It was like $50, if that. I don't think it was even $50, which it just really surprised me that it was like that price because it was coming from the UK. So it was kind of like, but once it like went to the Royal Post or whatever like that, like it was really processed really quickly, and then it got here like in a few days. I feel like after they sent me the initial one, like by the end of the week, they were like, it's in the US and it's on its way to you, and then I got it. So those are the decks that I got. As far as books, I have purchased like some more books. So I'm gonna do like a little video about that. But April, not too much has like happened because it's like mid-April basically. Not so much has happened. I still have my ideas about like the tarot stuff. I still have my ideas about the spirituality stuff. I still have you know, a host of things going on. It's just like more of an emotional time, trying to like just make sure I keep my emotions up. And then like what else, like moving forward like that. So yeah, I don't really have any major plans in April. I did purchase another deck. It's a deck that I'm interested in, and I might purchase like 2 more. And then like when April wrap up happens, then I'll show you those. And I want to start book club so bad, but it's just like since I'm in school and I work and I have other things that I'm trying to like get off the ground, I kind of like, you know, I don't want to like spread myself too thin because we're still cleaning out the house and that's still emotionally taxing. So yeah, that's everything for March. How was your March? Did it go well? Did it not go well? Like what's the deal? What's the dealio? Let me know down below. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.